Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I want to thank the Squirrel Hill Urban Coalition, Jess, specifically for putting this together and inviting me this evening. I also would like to thank the Jewish Community Center for hosting this event. And most of all, I want to invite all of you who have braved this weather outside in order to come here this evening, in order to hear the candidates speak and hear their views, and to hear what they have to say to be informed for the upcoming primary in 2 weeks. Unfortunately, I regret to inform you that you will be sorely disappointed. Disappointed because the views that you're about to hear are in no way unique. They're actually clones of the same mold. Let me explain. My name is Josh Wander, and I'm a Republican. Did I hear some gasps out there? Yes, a Republican. I used the R word. Now, I understand there may be some delusional people out there that think that everyone that's on the right is racist, sexist, homophobic, fascist, who wants the Confederacy to come back into power and looks forward to the day where they can put all leftists into prison camps. Let me assure you that I'm not one of those. Yet I do have the unique distinction of being not only the Republican candidate for Pittsburgh City Council in this district, but I am the only Republican in the entire city of Pittsburgh. Now, to some diehard Democrats out there, they may celebrate this fact, but I believe that would be premature, because celebration is really just a celebration of the demise of the democratic process. There is a reason why we have a two-party system in this country that promotes accountability. And unfortunately, that has failed in this city. Let me tell you a story. There was a man in Syria a number of years ago, and this man went to vote, because in every so-called democracy, they still have often elections. And at the time, it was President Hafez al-Assad, and every ruthless dictator obviously has to have his election. Everyone votes for that person on the ballot, and they have underneath a yes and a no. Well, this man came into the polling place, and he saw that he had President Assad on the ballot, yes and no underneath, and he decided, you know what, I'm not so happy with the way things are going. And I'm told that this is a democracy, so I'm going to circle circle no instead of circling yes. Which he did, handed in his ballot, and on the way home, he's driving home, he's thinking to himself, maybe that wasn't such a good idea. You know, I have a family, they're probably going to be interrogated and arrested. I have children, they're going to be ridiculed in school. I have a business that's going to be closed down, and I'm probably going to be tortured and killed. So when I get home, I think I'm going to call the election officials, and I'm going to ask them, I'm going to tell them I made a mistake. So that's what he did. He called the election official, said, you know what, I made a mistake. I meant to circle yes, and I circled no. So the election official replied to him, don't worry, sir. As soon as you turned in the ballot, we understood you made a mistake, so we corrected it. Now, this story may be humorous when we're talking about a dictatorship in Syria. Unfortunately, this is exactly the case here in the city of Pittsburgh. There has not been a Republican on city council in 78 years. 78 years. I'm going to finish in a second. That should be a shocking statistic even for the most extreme liberal. And there's a good reason why we have a two-party system that promotes accountability. Unfortunately, this has failed. I'm going to finish off here. Pittsburgh's demographics are dwindling for decades. Not only are we not attracting people, but we cannot even retain our own population. We are in serious need of major correction, a complete change of direction, and I assure you, you will not find this with the other candidates. I look forward to participating in future debates with whomever wins the primary, but my message here tonight, let me make it clear, is that it's all an illusion, because in fact, there's only one person on the ballot. I want everybody here to go home tonight and think very hard to themselves whether they think that Pittsburgh is where it's supposed to be. And if the answer is no, I want them to go home and think whether they really want to elect somebody. Perhaps it's time to elect someone who is a real voice of dissent on Pittsburgh City Council. Thank you very much.